Hello, good afternoon, good evening, and good morning anywhere in the world. I'm Cristobal, lead student of Quezonian Educational College, a first year student of Quezonian Educational College. And for today's video, I'm gonna share you my topic about top confusing subject-verb agreement. We have lots of subject-verb agreement in grammar, but I'll just give it the 5 confusing because it's confusing more. But before that, what is the verb and what is the subject? We need to know what is the verb and what is the subject. What is the subject in sentences? The subject in sentences, it is the noun or the pronoun that we're talking about in the sentences. And the main person or a noun that we are talking about. And the verb is the action that made by the subject. So let's proceed to the rules of subject-verbs agreement. We have rules in subject-verb agreement. The first rules is if we see the subject that is singular, it's always ends with S. So, S, S. If you see 3S, find the subject. First, find the subject. And then, if you see that the subject is singular, it's always with S. And plural, if it's just vice versa, no S or without S. We cannot see or we cannot apply if the subject of the verb is without S. And the key point here is we need to know where is the subject. What is the main subject of the sentence for you to analyze if it is a singular or a plural. The first of the 5, number 5, each, every, no. If you see the each, every, and no in the sentences, you will always see that this subject is a singular. Every child, everyone, everybody, every fruit, every tree, every. If you see say every, the word every, it's always followed by the singular. And each, always each, it's always one. And no one, nothing, so it's always a singular. When you say singular, it's always one, and plural, 2 or more subjects. So I have an example. Every child blank to play and educate. Letter A, deserve. Letter B, deserves. Letter C, had deserved. D, deserving. So we can see that every child is a singular, so our answer here is deserves. Every child deserves to play and educate. Always remember each, every, no equals to singular. And the next, number 4. Our number 4 is multiply subject. When you say multiply subjects, we have lots of subjects in sentences. We can see if it is a multiple subject, we can see the comma and the word and. If we see the comma and the word and, it would be additional. If you say and, like in mathematical, when we say and, it could always be addition. So I have an example sentences here. Dancing, playing, and studying blank my daughter's hobbies. So A is, B are, C isn't, D was. The correct answer is yes, it's B are. Dancing, playing, and studying are my daughter's hobbies. Always notice that the multiply subject, it will always be a plural. So it's followed by plural verb. And the next, number 3 is the proper noun. When we see the proper noun, it's always be in singular. proper noun is always be singular. Whether it is have an S, the proper noun is always be singular. Example, the company blank my favorite band. The company, when you say company, it is more, but it is the name of the band. Like Beatles. Beatles have S. Beatles. Beatles is my favorite foreign band. Say, let's say Killers. The Killers band. They always have S because it's their name. But remember that if it is the proper noun, it's always be in singular. So, the company is my favorite band. You are right. The answer is letter B. The next, number 2. And now we are in number 2. The number 2 is we are talking about the parts. When you say part of one, one half, one third, one fourth, and something like that, percentage. That was the part. Sometimes we have an error about this. I have an example sentence here. Half of the city blank taking vaccine. 60% of them blank senior citizens. So, what is your answer? Letter A is. Letter B is R. Letter C, R. Letter D, R, S. I'll give you a minute. Okay. Let's check if your answer is correct. Our sentence is half of the city. What is the subject? The city. It's not whole. Whether if it is the city is lots of people, but we are talking about the city. City with a one city. Half in of a one city taking vaccine. So half of a city is a singular. City is a singular because it's not almost not half, not all, not one. So mas mababa pa. The correct answer is half of the city is taking vaccine. 60% of them. What is the subject here? 60% of them are senior citizens because the subject here is the senior citizens. And our number one, it's called the tanggalable phrases. When you say that it is a tanggalable phrases, this means that we are going to remove or eliminate. We can eliminate that phrases that we are seeing in the sentences. Maybe it's just pampagulo in our mind that we can make a confusing lots of confusing when we see this kind of sentences. But we can see I have a tips. We can see the tanggalable phrases when we see the two commas in the sentences, and the phrase between the two comma, this could be tanggalable. So it is the tip to find the real subject of the verb. Bong, one of the street boys dancer, blank the Kapamilya Network. Letter A is working. B, hub. Letter C, works. Letter D, work. Bong, I'll tell you later. Before that, the tanggalable phrases is between the two commas. The commas here is, the first comma is bong and then the dancers. And the phrase between The two commas is one of the street boys dancer. Excuse me. You can confuse because the streets boys dancers. So don't be confused. Just remove the phrase between the two commas, and the main subject here is bong. So bong is proper noun, so it's a singular word. Bong is one. So the answer here is works. Sometimes we are here in our country, we are using always the the long the long term, but when we are wanted to achieve the grammar teaching, we are always keep the simple way. We need to find the simplest way in order for us to improve our grammar. We just need to take it in a simple way. So the answer here is letter C, works. Bong, one of the street boys dancers, works the Kapamilya network. So this is our the 5. Number 5, each, everyone, always in a singular. Number 4, multiple subject, always in a plural term of the verb. And letter number 3, the pronouns or the proper nouns always be a singular, and the parts depend upon the talk or the subject that we are talking about. And the tanggalable phrases, we need to eliminate the unnecessary phrases that can confuse us when finding the real subject of the sentences. We always be in masuri. We always see which part could be the real subject and which is the part of the sentence or the phrase of the sentence that just a pampagulo for our studies.
Kailangan tinatanggal na yung mga pampagulo. Kasi hindi naman nakakatulong. Nakakagulo lang.
And that's all. And I hope you learn much. And the key point here is the SS. SS. Always remember the first S. Find the main S, subject. The main subject of the sentence. Don't be confused on finding the main subject. And eliminate all the phrases that can be removable or not important to the sentence. It's tanggalable phrases, the prepositional phrases. Yeah, it's a phrases. And that's all. And I hope you learn much. And if you're not yet subscribed with my channel, just click the notification bell and leave me a thumb mark or share if you learn much. And I will be always be thankful for your kindness. Bye.